Hey there, welcome to the video. I'm Scott Welsh. You know we get together every Thursday to talk about ways to beat the market, and I definitely need a tagline of some sort, something catchy at the beginning. Anyway, it's a fun one today. Let's get right to it. Three things. What is your trading lifestyle? That is a very, very important question, and I want to talk about it too. Is there a way that we can do less as traders? Is less more? And three, could we even cut our trading down to 1 day? Sounds intriguing. But first, there's this disclaimer. Please do not risk anything you can afford to lose. This is all hypothetical numbers. We're just getting together to come up with ideas. None of these are real trading results. Okay, trading lifestyle. All right, before we even get into the presentation, I get some emails, and I've heard other people talk from hearsay. This person said about this person that I'd love to get into trading, but I just can't afford to. I don't have the time, right? I can't afford to lose my job or quit my job. I'd love to have my money make money, but I just don't have time, right? Which means that you want to be a trader, but you need a trading lifestyle. Do you see why this is important? All right. Let's talk about the trading lifestyle a few different ways. First of all, prop firms, proprietary trading, not easy to say. Firms that hire traders to trade their money and then give them a portion of the profits, right? We know what a prop firm is. Now, allegedly, I just heard on a podcast last week that prop firms are in big trouble, that they're no longer making money, that the traders they hire are no longer any good, and they're all going under. I don't know if that's true. I never believe anything unless I see it with my own eyes. But anyway, they're allegedly in trouble. Anyway, prop firms, one that is not in trouble, does a lot of marketing these days. And they say, I think it's New York, they say that trading is like sports, right? Or, their interpretation of what sports are. I don't know if they actually played a sport. But anyway, they say that you have to be at the office at 6 a.m., at 7 a.m. You got to be the first to come and the last to leave, which is one of my least favorite little cliches in sports. First to come, last to leave. Is that really true? I'm going to chart that every single day. I'm going to come into the office and see if you were the first one there and the last one to leave. Anyway, but they say it. They say you got to be at the office at 7 a.m. and you can't leave. You have to then prepare. You have to trade the markets 9:30 to 4 U.S. time. Then you have to stay after and replay all your trades. I'm a proponent of hard work. I'm a proponent for smart work. I'm a proponent for all that. But is that really what it takes? Is that the only way to make money? I don't like anyone or any institution that says my way is the only way. Not true. It's wrong every time. And it makes me just 42% angry. Okay. But they say 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or more, and you're coming in on the weekends, right? Weekends are not for partying. Weekends are for studying your trades and on and on and on. And if you do that for years and years and years, after years of training and all those 12-hour, 13-hour days, then maybe you can start making money, right? That's the trading lifestyle. That's what they sell. That's what they say works. Is that your trading lifestyle? And is it even the best way, right? If trading is that, could you be a trader? Do you even want to be a trader? If the answer is no, does that mean trading is over with? And my answer is no, right? A parallel. Oh, talking about tennis. We never do that in these videos, in these Thursday videos. When I was a tennis pro, and I still dabble in it from time to time, right? I loved when we ran top level tournaments where the best players in the country were coming to my club. Coaches would strut around. My players work 6 hours. My camp is 6 hours. I'm on the court 8 hours a day. Roll, right? Especially the kids who came from Florida. Now I ran a tournament in Ohio. It was one of the best in the country. brag. But the Florida coaches were always the worst. They're like, because I guess they can train outside. Oh, we're outside all day long. We're the best. We train for hours and hours, right? Nick Bollettieri, a famous tennis name, said, oh, we're on program 6 to 8 hours a day. And as a result, a lot of my students would talk to other students. They're like, yeah, I play from 9 to 12, and then I play from 1 to 4, and then I have weightlifting, and right? People love talking about quantity, and if you're not going to put that quantity in, I guess you can't be a good tennis player. Anyway, football coaches. Now, my dad was a football coach for a long time, so I can speak with experience. I'm not casting dispersions, but football coaches love to talk about how much they're in the office. I wake up at 3 a.m. and I go to the office, or we're in 14 hours a day, we're studying film, right? People love to talk about the quantity lifestyle, the lifestyle of I'm there all day, thinking somehow that just saying that makes it right. Well, guess what? The science is in. Read your science books. Here are the facts. To be elite, to operate at the highest elite level in the world for most anything, 3 hours a day is the max. 3. Our brains can only function at the highest level for a max of 3 hours. Maybe it's 2 hours. Maybe it's an hour and a half, right? We so rarely operate at our fullest focus. We have a focus problem that we can spend, hey, I was spending 6 hours on the court. You know how many hours are worthwhile? 45 minutes, maybe, right? It's getting a drink, it's chatting here, it's screwing around, it's hitting serves with the offhand, right? Oh, 6 hours. Don't get caught up in that quantity thing, right? Because anything over 3 hours of full focus, I'm talking about full focus now, anything over 3 hours is a waste of time and it's harmful, right? Training for more than 3 hours in a tennis court will get you hurt, burnt out, or a combination of those two, right? I'm not just saying that because I read an article. It's what I've seen. Never trained my students over 3 hours, and they got rankings as high as all those people who claimed quantity. I'm just telling you, too much training is too much. I think it was MTV that said too much is never enough. Not true. Too much is too much. Okay? Now, is it possible, getting back to trading, that prop firms are wrong? Now, they will say, ha, look at all of our traders succeeding. Well, I can't verify their results, so I don't know if it's just marketing hype, but let's just say they do. Let's say they do succeed at the level that they claim. Is it really because they're in at 7 a.m.? Or is it in spite of, right? I love the people, especially in the sports world, that says, I'm on the court 6 hours a day, and that's why I got my ranking so high. And they do have a high ranking. But is it really because of 6 hours? Or is it because it takes you 6 hours to get 2 in, right? Whereas another person might only take 2 hours to get 2 in. See my point? Regardless of this important discussion, right? I don't want people run off of trading just because you think it might take too much time. Why sacrifice the opportunity to make money, to have your money make money because you think it's too hard? The lifestyle is too difficult. All that being said, now what is your lifestyle? What do you want out of trading? Do you want 12 hours a day and weekends too? Or do you want to make money doing less? How about this? Do you want to try to make money trading just 1 day a week? And we've talked about this in the past with my day trading system. What day, what if you only traded on Friday, or what if you traded a different day? This is even easier than that. This is not a day trading system. Yes, it trades about 1 day, but this is using daily charts and just picking a day to get in the market. That's it. No system. We're just picking a day and getting in. That's it, right? Now, who would choose more than that on purpose, right? If you had the option, if you're retired, you had the option to trade any way you like, who would trade 12 or choose 12 hours a day instead of trading 1 day? I mean, action junkies, people who need the action, right? Or, and this is a good reason, you just love the markets. You just love looking at charts. Do something that you enjoy. Absolutely. Then you might want to spend more time. But if you could cut it down, if we say, listen, we can only really have time for 1 trade a week on 1 day, is that even possible? Is this all a stupid little dream that we have? We need to trade every day, take the trades, blah, blah, blah. But let's say we can. Let's say you wanted to do such a thing. Is it even possible? And if so, what day would that be? Well, first, what are we talking about here, right? We have to pick an instrument. Forex, for example, is totally different than the stock market, and the futures market is pretty much different than the stock market also. But Forex is way different, 24 hours a day, 6.5 days a week, blah, 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 right? There isn't really one day of Forex, right? There isn't really one day that is more profitable if you just bought. Forex goes both directions pretty much relatively equally, right? There is no upward bias. So doing it in Forex is not that great of an exercise. By the way, Wednesday, okay? You didn't hear me say it, but Wednesdays are the most profitable days, but not by a lot. It's not worth talking about. So I did not talk about it. Anyway, so you have to pick an instrument that has a certain bias, and then you have to pick a direction where you're going to go short, you're going to go long. Let's talk about stocks, though. We know stocks have an upward bias. We know the market goes up over time. So let's pick long. We don't say the market goes down over time. We say the market goes long over time. So we picked a direction. Now, stock market trades Monday through Friday, right? If we only had time to trade one day, could we pick a day? Would it be profitable? Let's find out, right? Turns out it's Tuesday. This kind of blew my mind. And then as I wrote in the newsletter, maybe it kind of made sense. If you bought on Tuesday and just held it for about a day, that is actually profitable. In fact, it's way more profitable looking across a bunch of instruments, right? Stock market-ish instruments. You'll understand. But buying on Tuesday and holding it and getting out, holding it through Wednesday and getting out was the most profitable day by a long stretch. And again, I talked about it in the newsletter. Why would Tuesdays, though? Is there any reason, or is it just random statistical noise? I think there's a reason. Monday is emotional. It's after a weekend. Things have happened. I'm emotional. I gotta buy, I gotta sell. And then Monday's gone. Crazy, up and down, da-da-da. Tuesday is calm. Tuesday is, okay, let's see what's happened and let's get in, right? Or specifically, if the market went down, Tuesday's a great rebound day. If the market went up, Tuesday's a great follow-through day. If you're looking to go long, seems like Tuesdays in a stock market type instrument would be the thing to do. That makes sense, right? Wednesday is probably, well, not probably, Wednesday is the second best day, again, calm. And then Thursday, Friday, you can tell the emotions get ramped up again. At least that makes sense. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. You could ignore this moving average. That's for just decoration purposes. I was using this on a moving average filter, but as it turns out, moving average filter wasn't better. Anyway, little inside info. You buy on a Tuesday. That's it. That's the system. You buy on Tuesday. You hold it for Wednesday. That's it. So you buy on Tuesday. You hold Wednesday. You get out at the open Thursday. So it's kind of like a one day. You could say this is 2 days of trading. But for me, you buy on Tuesday, you hold Wednesday, and you get out open. About a week later, or exactly a week later, you buy on Tuesday, you hold Wednesday, you get out at the open on Thursday. That's the system. Can it get more simple than that? No, right? Actually, there is one more thing. Check out the newsletter for one more little caveat. But anyway, that is the system, okay? The bottom line is this. That is really easy. Anyone has time for that. If it's profitable, and again, all the numbers are in the newsletter, if it's profitable, why would we choose to do more? Or if it's profitable, why turn away from the stock market if we can make money? And by the way, do you see that instrument that I didn't mention? This is the EMD, the mid-cap S&P 400, right? EMD. It's definitely the stock market, but it's in futures form. See what I'm saying? Right? It's not like soybeans or something else. This is definitely the stock market, but it's a proxy for it. So that's why I said ish. Didn't mention that. Let's move on. There's a limit to what we can do, right? We can't work more than 3 hours a day. We can't kill ourselves. Working smarter always beats working longer. And that's the real message of this video. It's really what I want to talk about today. Don't ever be bullied by people who say quantity matters. You now know the quantity that actually matters, 3 hours. You don't need to go beyond that. I don't want tennis players to think, oh, I can't be a great junior or a great player if I only train a certain amount of, I don't train 10 hours a day. Stop it. That's the message of this video. Don't be intimidated by quantity, right? But as far as specific trading, if you have barely any time, we can streamline it by picking just one day and just doing that. Surely we have time for that, right? Or take that information in the newsletter in here and say, going long on Tuesdays and stock market like instruments, maybe we could build a day trading system and just do Tuesdays, right? We already know the most profitable day. Maybe that could lead you to some further research, right? I'm always trying to give you something, hopefully, in these videos that makes your trading better, right? Or keep this system and keep modifying it. Maybe put a profit target on it. Maybe, like I said, a stop loss. Maybe something else, right? Bottom line is twofold. Don't be intimidated by quantity, and trying to give you some information to streamline your trading. All right, that's all for this week. Get on that newsletter, scottwellstrategies.com. Do it. Go into contact page and get on the newsletter, and there's my contact information. All right, that's all for this week. We'll be back next week with more good stuff. Bye for now.